Welcome back to Typically Unique. I'm Kim Aponte, and I am not here with my husband Carlos today. I am flying solo because I wanted to jump on and give my 2 cents on the 911 call. I've listened to it a bunch of times, and I feel like I have a unique perspective on who was in the house, who went in the house to check on the victims. So I wanted to play it and go through it and see if you hear what I hear, I guess.
5 a.m. 42 seconds, November 13, 2022.
911 location of your emergency.
Hi, something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
Okay, this isn't my main point, but we heard from the beginning that there were lots of kids out there. And I know that the 911 call isn't really going to prove who the killer is, but it is giving us an idea of more of what was happening that night. And the PCA, the way that the PCA laid out the events of that night, this is proving that that's not what happened. And not just the 911 call. There were text messages from that night released from the surviving roommates. So in the PCA, we know that they are not sleeping like they said they were. So it's just suspicious because the things that they've told us as fact in legal documents like the PCA are turning out not to be true. And then some of the rumors that we've heard from the very beginning, like Snapchats being out to groups of college students that say they saw them in the morning. And then we find out in the documents that there really were Snapchats going out from the surviving roommates well before the 911 call. So hearing a rumor in the beginning that there were potentially many people at the house in the morning, and now they're just saying, on the 911 call that it's Dylan and Bethany, Hunter, and I believe his girlfriend, the neighbor, that are there. I just have a feeling that there's more people there. We can't really tell a whole lot of voices in the background, but I just have a feeling that there's probably more people there.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, Kings Road.
Okay. And is that a house or an apartment?
It's a house.
Can you repeat the address to make sure that I have it right?
I'll talk to you guys.
So I'm going to back that up for a second. The reason I said that is because it sounds like she's yelling, no, don't do that. Like, to me, it sounds like crowd control, like maybe stopping people from going into the house or something like that. That's what makes me think that there's more people there.
Okay. And is that a house or an apartment?
It's a house.
Can you repeat the address to make sure that I have it right?
I'll talk to you guys. We live at the White, so we're next to them.
I need someone to repeat the address for verification.
The address, 1122 King Road.
And what's the phone number that you're calling from?
What's your phone number?
And tell me exactly what's going on.
One of the roommates has passed out, and she was drunk last night, and she's not waking up.
Okay.
Oh, and they saw some man in their house last night. Yeah.
So that part right there is also stands out to me because they don't know what happened, but they're saying a roommate is passed out. So if you haven't gone to look, the only thing you know is they're not responding to you. Like, that's the only evidence that we have from the text messages. They've called several times. Their roommates that they're worried about aren't answering. But how do you know to say that one of them is passed out? So, did somebody see something before this point? Is a question that I think is legit. The picture that I have on the screen through this whole thing is the photo of the people that were there that morning. I believe it would be the surviving roommates, but when I snapped this from the video that was released, where a person that lives in the area was asking, whose dog is that? And they say it's Kaylee's dog. So I'm assuming the dog must be in that photo. It's blurry, I know. But to me, my point today is that I think there's 2 males that went in to check on the victims. And I think the person on the left, as I'm looking at it, labeled number 1 looks like a guy, and number 4 with the hoodie up looks like they're sitting like with their knees up, with the hoodie up. That also looks like a guy to me. So I thought that first, and then when I looked at this photo, I was like, oh, okay, maybe.
Hi, this is
And are you with the patient? Okay, I need someone to keep the phone, stop passing it around.
Can I just tell you what happened pretty much?
What is going on currently? Is someone passed out right now?
So that's another moment. Can I just tell you what happened pretty much? But you don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. You're only concerned that your roommates aren't answering. And somehow you think one of them is passed out. Maybe that's what she's going to explain what happened pretty much. But as far as I can tell, they don't know anything.
I don't really know, but pretty much at 4 a.m.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now if someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll come. Come on, but we gotta go check. But we have to. Is he passed out?
Okay, so there it sounds like, because you can hear like a little echoey or something. So Bethany and Dylan are going to go check. So you can just hear and imagine that they probably entered. I don't think anybody that I've heard listen to this thinks that they actually went up to do the checking themselves. So they're somewhere probably down at the bottom of the steps, on the steps, something like that, waiting for others to go check. So I hear a guy say, Xana, Ethan, and then I hear a low, oh my God, or something like that, sounding like it comes from the distance from that same person, from that guy. And then that's when you hear, I don't know if it's Dylan or Bethany right now on the phone, reacting, saying, is she passed out? Like, and I understand that's what they're hoping for, right? That it's something just like that they're going to be able to recover from. So that's what I hear at first.
He's not waking up.
Okay, one moment. I'm getting help started that way.
So then I hear that same person, I might have to back it up a little bit. That same person say Xana again, and then you hear like a scream. Let me back that up just a couple seconds. Okay.
Okay, one moment. I'm getting help started that way.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe he screamed her name, Xana. And she says, what's wrong? And now there's this heavy breathing. I think it's that guy coming back. That to me is a guy breathing into the phone. I'm going to rewind that and play it again, because you'll hear her say, what's wrong? And then he's, to me, coming towards her.
Okay, one moment. I'm getting help started that way.
Okay, thank you.
There's the yell. What's wrong? And now he's right there, freaking out from what he saw. That's why I think this is the first male. And so then she whispers, "Poor Kaylee." And I think that's because someone else went upstairs to the 3rd floor. So she sees this guy freaking out from what he saw in Xana's room. So I think they know someone's upstairs checking the 3rd floor room. And that's when you're going to hear the guy. To me, he sounds like he's coming from far away as he starts to talk. Like he would be coming down from the 3rd floor yelling, "Get out, get out." I'm going to back it up just a little bit more. Kaylee.
Okay, and how old is she?
She's 20.
20, you said?
Yes, 20 here to
Okay.
them.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, I need someone to stop passing the phone around because I've talked to 4 different people.
Okay, sorry.
And then I can't imagine, even if it was maybe that same person that was breathing heavy on the phone, freaking out, I can't imagine seeing what you saw to be breathing like that and then go back in to check on more victims to see that same type of scene again. Possibly. So maybe that happened because the breathing is only there for a short amount of time. But then when they come out and the male gets on the phone with the 911, they seem pretty calm. So that doesn't seem to me like someone who just saw that scene getting on the phone right away and talking that calmly. I think whoever went in those rooms and saw that is off somewhere, probably because at this time the police are arriving. So I would assume that person would run right to the police and tell them, or be off to the side like throwing up or something because of what they saw. Like, I would not blame that reaction. I can't imagine having to go in and see that.
They just gave me the phone.
Is she breathing?
Hello?
Is she breathing?
No.
Okay.
And right there too, I'm not sure if that's the same person because first a guy gets on.
Okay, and how old is she?
She's 20.
20, you said?
Yes, 20 here to
Okay.
them.
So then
Hello?
that
Hello?
person says
Okay, I
hello.
need someone to stop passing the phone around because I've talked to 4 different people.
Okay, sorry, they just gave me the phone.
Is she breathing?
Hello?
Is she
See,
breathing?
then it sounds like another person gets
No.
on.
Okay.
Why would you say hello again? Unless he couldn't hear her. But.
Talk to them, say. I can't talk to them. I need you to talk to them.
Hello.
Okay. I have already sent the ambulance and law enforcement. Stay on the line. If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
Say that again. There's a police here right now.
Okay. If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
The other thing that's odd about this is if you're calling with somebody who's unresponsive, I would think the 911 operator would tell you to check for a pulse, check for breathing, because their first thing is going to help you deliver CPR, right? If there's no pulse, that's when you're going to need a defibrillator, I believe. I've had to go through that training before. So if there's a pulse, your heart's pumping, so you can just do, the breathing and the CPR. But if your heart is stopped, that's when you need a defibrillator. So that whole thing, like not even going through that process, unless that part of it's taken out of this call. I mean, a lot of people were speculating about that too. Like, is this really the whole phone call? But that was odd. And then as this ends and you hear that the police are there, listen in the background because there's no sirens pulling up. So you would think they would come with their sirens on.
We don't have one. I think yes. Do you have a defibrillator? Yes, you have one.
Are you talking to the officer?
And they're still saying not breathing.
Okay, I'm going to let you go since he's there with you and can help you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay.
11:59 a.m. 49 seconds, November 13, 2022.
So yeah, after seeing that scene, I wouldn't think that anybody would still say that they're just not breathing, you know, if they really saw their condition. So that was my take on the 911 call. It's just curious to me. That's what I thought I heard. So could have been, I don't know who the two males are. I know the one is Hunter Johnson. He's been out spoken about publicly before, but I won't be surprised if it comes out later that there were a whole lot of other people that were there that morning. You know, that's been the rumor, and a lot of rumors have come true in this case. The questions that this call bring up, you know, just add to all the suspicious activity, all the suspiciousness in this case. Right from the get-go, everybody wondered why'd they wait 8 hours, and then it was, oh, they were sleeping, and then everybody was like, how could you be sleeping through that, and what the smell in that house would have been like, and the noise you must have heard, and if you're really that scared, are you really going to be able to go to sleep? And then we find out they weren't sleeping. They're texting, and they're on apps, and they're doing all these things. So to me, that just gives more evidence that I don't know. It's more than just a guy sneaking into your house that night. Because to me, you know, I've been in situations where I've been in fear like that, and I don't play around. Like I will run out and call somebody as I'm running. Like I've done that more than once. So lots of questions still in this case, and thanks for watching this video with me. We'll see you back here next time, and hopefully Carlos will be back with me. I am on break, so I do want to put out a few other videos by myself. So see you in the next one. Bye.